Guess what? It's November. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. While we wait for people to make their way in, it's getting colder. It's interesting. It's actually cold later, I think, than it usually is. Good morning. Do I have sound? That's a good question.
Yes, you have sound.
There's a speaker on this computer. There's a speaker down there that sometimes gets turned off. So then don't have sound sometimes. How are you?
Oh, really great.
That's good. Really great.
Mm-hmm.
How much snow do you have?
Not much, just a little bit.
You do have snow.
Yeah, we had about 5 inches,
Oh my gosh.
but it's mostly melted. I mean, there's spots here and there. But,
That's a good chunk of snow.
yeah, but it's nice.
We haven't really had much in the way. Well, we haven't had any. We barely even had frost.
Oh, we definitely have frost. The temperatures are like down to, they're supposed to be this week lows of -17, -14. So it's winter. But there's pluses. We got to see some elk going across our meadow.
Wow. That's so cool. We'll have to do some deer today.
Yeah. So it's really nice. No complaints. We always need the moisture, so.
Right. Oh, here's our other Diane. Good morning. Will it go? You can go. What's happening with this thing? I'm trying to share it over into Facebook. And some days it just doesn't work right. Oh my goodness.
So Diane, today I tried to get a chat for a computer problem we're having, and they wouldn't connect me with an English-speaking chat person. So finally I said, connect me with a French-speaking chat person.
Why not?
Luckily they spoke English.
That's so funny.
My remembrance of French is poor.
Oh my gosh.
Our kids went to a bilingual school, a French government school in Denver.
Oh wow, that's cool.
They went to a French summer camp one time, and they were the only 2 native English speakers. There were 500 kids.
You have to learn.
I got their haircut. And when they got back, the woman cutting their hair said, "Why do you speak such good French and your mother speaks such terrible French?"
Well, I still practice every day. And by the way, there will be no class next week because I'm going to Quebec City to practice. It's I was just checking the made up holiday, by the way. It's World Freedom Day. Woo!
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's good.
You're like
important stuff.
And the made up food holiday is National Scrapple Day.
Okay.
Do you know what a scrapple is?
Yeah, playing different words.
I don't know what a scrapple is. It looks like an Egg McMuffin.
Is it SCACRABBLE?
No, with peas. Scrapple.
Oh, scrapple.
It's
Southern dish.
It's from the Pennsylvania Dutch. It's leftovers. My mom always called it goulash. So, but yes, it looks like you just throw everything in a pan and fry it up. Well, I guess. There's only 131 days, 8 hours and 21 minutes till spring. Look, we're down to it's 131. It's only 131 days left. It's easy peasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll see some snow.
Diane already has some.
I know she's got the mountains.
She has the mountains.
Yeah.
What is the request today, by the way? Look, I'm ready.
Okay, not too much. Okay, let's see for the tree.
Tree. We're going to do deer because Diane had wild animals roaming through her
Oh,
fields.
We had elk yesterday and today.
Oh, and today,
Ooh.
elk. We'll do the elks. The elk looks behind.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
That's all, a tree and an elk?
Wait a minute.
A moon.
A moon?
Tipping.
We'll tip a moon?
A monk chopping wood.
Monk chops wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're preparing for the winter season now.
True enough. True enough. We'll chop some wood. And maybe we should flare a robe too. What do you say?
Why not?
How are you feeling, Diane?
Still scratchy throat and the voice is not there yet, but getting better. At least I don't have the fever. I had 4 days of fever.
Ooh.
Yeah, didn't like that part, but now it's okay. Okay.
I never
Not
got the
good.
fever. I got the fever. Colin wants to lay his head on the pillow. I wondered where you were, Colin. I was starting to think that
Well,
You-
not the pillow,
the monk, we're lots of monks today.
yeah, we're in the monastery today.
We're in the monastery today. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right. I'm going to mute you guys. We're going to get some flowing happening. So, whoops. Whoops, she says. We're totally going to get this happening. Oops. Let's find a spot. I think. Yes. Just somewhere. So you can sit if you want. But start with breathing because it's the best. Rule number 1, you gotta breathe. So stretch out your arms and give yourself a big stretch. And then let it float down. And there's only 2 rules to remember. What could be easier in life? The first rule, all you have to do is breathe. Let the arms float out. And the second rule you say, well, just don't do anything that hurts. That's fine and dandy. Arms float up. So if I suggest something, gather in, you don't have to do it. Sink down to your toes. Melt. Ah. Breathe in. We're sinking the chi. So scoop up some good chi. And then relax it down. One more time like that. Breathe in. Scoop up all this goodness. Sink it down. Take 1 foot, a little wider. The thing with wintertime is the air gets quite dry. Hands float up. Opening the door. And melt. Yes. Breathe in, drift. And you just release the dog down. One more time like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Float up and hug that big old tree. Let the arms drift open. Right away, this hand's going to float across. Grab onto a cloud. So palms face. And you just drift across the sky. Switch in the corner. Change partners. Grab onto your dance partner and float. Breathing in. You can breathe more than I say. Breathe out. This hand is going to scoop on under. Grab onto the moon. Maybe step in. Lift that moon up into the air. So you reach out, a little stretch. Step out and be a little chop. Yeah. Do that again. Roll back. Grab onto the moon. Lift it up into the air. Take a breath. maybe look up at it. And then chop a little wood. The front hand, the one close to me, goes palm up. Check your pulse. Sink into your back leg. Turn. Winter. Flare those robes up over your head. Hands separate. Step out with a push. This front hand is going to roll back. Grab onto the moon. Maybe a little step in. Lift it up into the air. Take a breath. Step out. Chop some wood. It's getting cold. Do that again. Roll it back. Grab onto the moon. Take a breath. Lengthen yourself up. Look up. Step out and chop. The hand close to me. Palm up. Check your pulse. How cold are your fingers? Sink back. Turn. Over the head. Flare your robes. Step out with a push. Now, just flatten your hands. Give me a regular pull. And a regular push. Yes. Do that again. Breathe in. Where are we? Breathe out. This hand's going to roll on back. Make 2 loose fists. Lay your head on the pillow. Pull those blankets over your head. Whew. Roll it back. Take a breath. Lay your head on the pillow. Press snooze. 2 loose fists. Pull. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. This bottom hand, this one, will grab a big scoop of chi. Give us a swirl. All the way around. Turning. Grab onto the moon. 2 loose fists. Step out. Pull. You just rolled over, really. That's all that happened. You press snooze, you rolled over. 2 loose fists. Pull. One more time. Breathing is the best part of all of this. Pull the blankets over your head. The bottom hand is going to meet its friend. Hands flatten. A pull. And a push. Press. Do that again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch open right through to the center. Hug the big tree. Hands flatten, sinking it down. Some angel wings float up to the side. Not snow angels yet here. Elbows halfway down. Feel your shoulders slide down. Stretch up really tall. Maybe some snowflakes sparkle on down. Open the door. Breathe in. And breathe out. Start our chi hula. So just a little drift to the side. And drift down. You know, nothing in particular. It's super light. Light as air. There's no effort. Until there's elks walking through the yard. Pop out your antlers. Stretch out your fingers. Step out. Lunge into that front leg. Strong in the back leg and turn. Turn. Point that pinky back. Looking back. And then breathe in, lift. Float on back. Side to side. You go back to the light as air. Light is the fluffy Christmas time. Whoops. Nope, it's too early. Snowflakes. Hot red antlers. Stretch out your fingers. Lunge into that front leg. Strong in your back leg and point that top pinky back, back, back. As far as you can. Remember the rules. And then breathe in. Bring it back. Let's do it again. Why not? She says. The second time always seems so much better. I haven't heard any Christmas music yet, I'm happy to say. Pop at your antlers. But I have heard holiday commercials. Lunge into that front leg and turn. How slow can you go around the corner? How far can you go? How far can you look? Oh yeah, keep breathing. Breathe in, lift it up. Drift it back. Shoulders slide down. And we're going to do one more. Of course we are. Otherwise it would be cricket. Pop out your antlers, stretch out your fingers, slide that foot out, lunge into it, lengthen up the spine and turn and turn and turn and turn. And maybe a little. Don't forget to look with your eyeballs. And then lift yourself on up. Come on back. Palms up, lift up to the side. Gather in some chi right here. Sink it down. Float up and open. This hand is going to scoop under. We're going to spread our wings. So this toe will tap and your wings will just open. Ta-da! This hand scoops under. Step on in. Slide. And those big long necks, those guys don't get a pain in the neck, do they? Switch sides. Land your crane. Take a breath. Take a bow. Reach your toes forward and stretch your tail feathers back. And then breathe in. Lift yourself back up. This hand will scoop under. Step on in. Switch sides. Open up your wings. Feel relaxed. Take your breath. Take your bow. Knee lift the sea bottom. Stretch. Whew. Breathe in. Float it up. Switch sides. Scoop up some good chi. Change feet. Take a breath. Lift up on your navel. Take a little bow right there. Knee lift the sea bottom. Grab some good chi-ness while you're down there. Draw it up. Press all of your energy into this leg. And this knee is going to float up. The rooster, what? Stands on one leg. Sink it down. Doesn't matter how high you go. Switch sides. Land. Breathe. Take that bow. Thank you so much. It's like a ballerina. Breathe in. Lift it up. One rooster. Press down into this leg. And this knee, it's weightless. Because everything's in the other leg. Switch sides. Scoop it up. Take a breath. Take your bow. Yes, there it is. Long and strong. Breathe in. Float up. There's a rooster. Crazy. It's a crazy tree climbing rooster today, apparently. Sink down. Whoop. Knee floats up. Open to the side. You can be here. You can be here. You can be higher, but only if you don't press on your knee. The arms are going to drift up. Palms are going to meet, maybe. Drop your shoulders. Draw that good sunshine down through the center. It's okay if your tree waves in the wind. Do that again. Breathe in. Float up. They're meant to wave in the wind. Palms meet. Down through the center. Point your knee forward. How about a Karate Kid? Kick. And then slow lower that knee down. Switch sides. Land. Breathe. Take your bow. Stretch. Here we come. Other side. So a double scoop of chi maybe. Float it up if you need it. Here comes your rooster. Sink. This knee's going to float up. How high, she says. You do you. Knee floats up. And open. Balance. Somewhere where you feel good. Just don't press on your knee joint. Get that goodness. Draw it down through the center. Oh, yes. Do that again. Make sure you keep breathing. How tall can you stay as your big tall tree? Whoop. Palms through the center. Point your knee forward. Give yourself that Karate Kid kick. Lower down super slow. Like the big tree. Yes. Palms float up, lifting little chi bubbles. Turn palms over. Can you feel the air as you stroke your fingers down through? Float up, breathe in. Scoop in the front. Sink. Open the door. Breathe in. And float up and wrap your arms around that big tree. And you go up the tree and you can see the moon. By the way, the moon was so bright last night. Tip over. Tipping the moon. So you keep your heart shining forward and you only go as far as you can go and still breathe. Come on back up. Use your abs. Slide your shoulders down. Tip over the other way. Tip, 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 tip. Can you let your top ribs open and still breathe? Come on up. Now this foot, tip it out. Tip your moon over. Start to feel your weight shift. This arm can drop. This leg maybe gets light. This arm might reach up. You might lift your leg. You might start your floating half moon and stretch in all directions. Woo! And then come back to the center. Drop your shoulders. Pivot that other foot out. Just start. It's like a house of cards. Just a little bit. Start to shift that weight. Start to experiment. Keep yourself facing forward as you start to feel how far can you float on one leg. Oh my God. Come on back. Slow. Drop your shoulders. Float down in the front. Hands flat and go. Ah. It's nice to bring your arms down. Breathe in. Hug the big tree. Sink. Ha. Open the door. Hands float up. And then exhale. Float up. Yes. Gather it in the front. It's like so silent pause. Press down. Buddha belly. Hands float up. Wrap your arms. We're doing extra love today. Scoop up all this fitness. Float it up to the heart. Give a little kiss. I think I did everything. Seems like sink down. Over the top. Press down into a tight little package. Make a little diamond shape with your hands. Hands float up. Open your hands wide and press and send some chi love out into the world with your Care Bear stare. Send some healing vibes out. Diane, we'll send you some extra. Send. Melt it down. We're going to do extra today. Float up. Seems like flu season is upon us. Hug a big tree. Sink. Hands float up. We're going to send extra healing vibes out into the world. Scoop it all up. Get some extra. Float it up and give it a little hard kiss. Shoulders drop down. Over the top. Press down. Make a super awesome package full of love. Diamond shape with your hands. Float up to your heart. And send that extra double duty Care Bear stare out into the world. All the way from your toes. And it shoots out your wrists like Spider-Man. And then you let it go. Hands float up. Hug the big tree. Sink it down. Cross the wrists at the bottom. Throw some chi-feti up into the air. Hands float open. Ah. Do that again. Cross. Lift. Drift. Sink. Next one is just shoulder high. Float up. Hands drift apart. Ah. One of your feet steps in. A little bow for my friends. And ta-da! It's already almost the middle of November. Yeah. That's next week. Oh, yeah, baby.
But beautiful.
It seemed like I was like, is that everything? Did I do everything? Amazing.
I think so.
Colin, in case you missed it, I'm away next week. So go back to one of the recordings on YouTube.
Thank you. This is really what I need to start the day.
Right? Imagine if everybody started the day with a little bit of flow, a little bit of Tai Chi, a little bit of unkinking everything.
Yep. Keep it moving.
It'll be so fabulous. It'll be so fabulous. And it's Freedom Day. So, what does that mean? I don't know. Everybody has a different definition. Really, if you think about life, everybody has
We
their
are
own.
a great place to have freedom.
Yes.
Maybe not other countries, but for this one, you might as well cherish it because
Yes,
people
exactly.
don't have a choice.
And interestingly, this is something that people don't often think about, is you're always free to decide how you feel about something. Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's because I've been listening, I read and listen to things all the time. So if and the example is someone can't make you mad, something will happen. You might react to it. You choose to be mad. Like,
Well, yeah, triggers, you don't think about it, but
Right?
you do have some like soft points that people manage to get and they go off too easily sometimes.
And then you can
Yeah.
say, "Ooh, it'll happen." But then you can say, "Yes, that happened. I'm going to choose not to stay there."
That's the place
It sounds easy, doesn't it? It's simple. It's just not easy.
Like if you're not happy, just to slow down enough to remember there's something else here. You just have to stop, and that's the moment.
That's the moment. Yes. So you are free to press pause and make a decision.
I like the press pause button.
Yes.
I will try that.
That's my
Sometimes it's hard.
that's my pattern interrupter. So a pattern interrupter is, you instead of just automatic reacting, you will react because we're built that way. But then I go, press pause. So I press pause and I go, okay.
I'm the person who always push the panic button first.
Oh, see, you need to exercise your pause muscle. So no class next week. So you can press pause on your day by going and pressing unpause on an old video. How do you like that for a segue?
I hope you have a great trip.
Oh, it's going to be fabulous because I haven't really been on a vacation since Mexico in 2020, January. It's been a while. And it's only a few days, but it'll be fun. And you know what I'm going to do every day? Something that makes me happy. Someone to hug. And of course, because I'm going to be somewhere where I don't totally speak the language, I'm absolutely going to be going with the flow.
You're going to practice your French?
I'm going to practice my French. Diane, how do I say this? Right? So have a fabulous, 2 whole weeks. It'll be all the way through, halfway through November when I see you. But keep getting better. Stay healthy. And keep doing what you're doing. My friends, have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Take care, you guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Thanks, Facebook friends, for coming and hanging out with me. See you in 2. Unless you want to come in and hang out in the studio, I'm there regularly. You can always go there too. See you guys.